Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Friday night, Saturday morning. I honestly can't sleep. I just can't sleep, guys. It was a really rough night for me. I'm just reliving the night. Wishing I could just move forward. Not reliving the night. It was just so horrible, guys. My 4-year-old, my oldest. There are some things in this world that boy just hates to have to do. So there's things I hate to have to do too, but it's life, you have to do it. You gotta drink your water, you gotta eat your vegetables, you gotta take a shower, you gotta brush your teeth, all of these things. And sometimes he just really hates it. Makes life so hard when there's things that he hates. There's all things we hate, but he makes it so hard, so much more harder than it needs to be or has to be. He's 4. I just keep hoping, as time goes on, it'll get easier. I'm ready for God to just transform my oldest son. I want him to be unrecognizable. That's really what I want for him. He's come a long way on his journey, but he still has a way to go. He's met a lot of his milestones, but there's a few areas he's still lagging. My God, he's still lagging. Just pray for me. Just pray that he will just accept some of the things in life that you have to do that you just don't like to do. Like I said, brushing your teeth, taking a shower. I mean, he's like your typical boy, doesn't like to do certain things. You have to make him do it, but my God, he made it so rough for me tonight. He made it unbelievably rough. Just threw the worst temper tantrum that you could imagine, guys. Hi, welcome to my channel. It's nice to see familiar faces. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't heard it from me already, you have now. I'm just so glad Friday is behind me and it's Saturday. You know, it's so crazy. We go about our days worrying about the next day, and then the next day comes and we worry about that day as we're trying to make it through the day, and then the next day comes and we're trying to figure out why we were worried about the day before and the day before that. It just so much goes into my days. I know so much goes into so many people's days. I know God is bringing me out of that. I keep hearing from my prophet people so much now that you'll lose everything before God blesses you 3 times over. And it's like, I'm ready, God. I've lost everything twice now. I don't have too much more to lose, Ain't got too much more stuff to lose. I'm ready. I also want to talk about energy, guys, because energy does not lie. My son, my oldest, just fell asleep not too long ago. And I had a long discussion with that boy. Boy, howdy, did I have a discussion. He fully understood everything that he did. He understood why I was upset. He's so smart and so stubborn all at the same time. And I didn't have to hoop, I didn't have to holler, I didn't have to get up. I was able to sternly, calmly talk to him, and he acknowledged everything I said. And it's like, wow, why couldn't you have just done that before? He could probably sense my energy was just tired of dealing with him after the night I had. He just decided, well, you know what, Mom, I'm going to be good for the rest of the night. Yeah, I think he decided that on his own. He's like, you know what? I put her through hell, and now I'm going to give her a break. I can definitely tell that when one kid is fussy, it affects the whole household. It makes us all tired, and that's exactly what I mean by energy doesn't lie. Oh, thank you. He's fresh out the womb. He's just a little over a month old now. You know what's crazy is before my son decided to ruin the night and throw a whole tantrum, I had been feeling so lonely. I mean, just so isolated. It just feels so quiet. It still does. I still kind of feel isolated. I still kind of feel by myself. It still feels so quiet. Especially my connection with God. Thank you. Yeah. I know he's there. But I sure didn't feel him tonight. I mean, I know he's with me. I know he's there, and I know he's real, but tonight kind of felt lonely, I'm not gonna lie. Their dad is busy working. He was off Friday, but going in so early, it just kind of made it to where his Friday was only a half day just because of the bus system here. Bus doesn't run regular hours, so it just seems... I was so happy that he was off for Friday. I thought he had to work, but he had to leave tonight so he could be where he needs to be tomorrow. So God bless him. He's working Saturday and Sunday. And then whatever they're going to work this coming week. Yeah, I just feel lonely on a spiritual level, and a physical level. Like I've been all week, most of my weeks, most of my days, I'm just by myself with the kids, only my only adult interaction is, their dad. It's very rare that I just get to go out because, we don't have a car. If I could just go to the grocery store every once in a while, it would make life so nice. Just to go out to one store. I don't have to I don't have to be so busy every day that it just is taken away from my day-to-day life and what we do every day, but it would be nice to just like go out every once in a while, you know, blow the stink off, go say hi to a stranger. So many people just fail to realize that when you're having interactions with people, just hi, how are you? Or did you find everything okay? Or, people usually come up to me when I am in public when it comes to the babies and the boys because they're so charming. But it makes for a nice day to have interaction, to see some world, to be around people. Keep making videos, you won't feel so alone. You are not the only mom that feels alone and needs someone to talk to. Aw, thanks for reminding me. Social media has a way of just glamorizing life, and you don't get to see the real. You're the one subscriber that I think notices, maybe. You're seeing the real the real journey of motherhood, parenthood, life. Yeah, that's why I love doing YouTube. It does feel like a family. I at least get to talk to you guys and read your comments, and that's really nice for me because I don't have any family, so my babies and their dad is pretty much my family. Well, I think he's done with his third bottle. Must be a lot of you guys who are not able to sleep right now, or you're in a part of the world that I just don't know about. I'm so glad they're all asleep. They've been going to sleep at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's been awful. My firstborn, he has mild sleep apnea. My secondborn, I think he's got the same thing. He just can't shut his mind off. Not gonna lie, sometimes I have a hard time shutting my mind off. That's kind of why I'm up right now. I mean, I had to feed him, but my mind is still going from how awful the night was. I'm just grateful it's a new day. Let's see what this comment says. No, a lot of us don't relate to the fake part of social media. Some people are afraid to be real and honest about their lives. I appreciate you for sharing and talking about your situation. You're welcome. Yeah, I try to be honest and upfront with people. My channel is like real life. So if you don't want to hear screaming and crying, then my channel's probably not for you. But if you guys can stick it out every once in a while, I can get a word out and I'm able to make a difference to the people who will listen. Energy does not lie though. Like my middle child, he's knocked out right now. He would not normally be knocked out around this time. And the only reason he's so tired is because of all the screaming and fits my firstborn through. And then, of course, this little baby, Any noise just wears him out. He just clunks out. Matter of fact, I'm not like what you say, exhausted, but I, maybe I am. But I'm in like I kind of got like a next level sensation of peace right now. Probably because I got a break. When I talk about one other thing that's been on my mind, two other things that's been on my mind. One thing I've noticed is at my job, um, I'm a listing agent. It's what I do. I help business owners find locations for their vending machines or whatever. It's a cool job. Don't get me wrong. Every job has its benefits and its downfalls. And one thing I've noticed is the prices that are high, we'd eat all of the bull crap because it's the people who really can't afford the service. It's the people who are buying the cheapest that come with the most problems. And I do think there is some type of law of attraction when it comes to businesses and things we want to purchase that cost a lot. If you think about it, it's just like a car. You can go to a used dealership or you can go to a new one. You go to a new one, what are your odds of having a problem out of the car within your first, I don't know, year? Is like almost none. 99.9% of the time, the new car that you get is not going to have a problem, and it costs way more. But if you go to a used car dealership and the car is like, I don't know, 10 years old, 5 years old, if it's been pre-owned, your chances of that car having something wrong with it are like, I want to say your chances are probably 80, 90%, maybe even 100, just because that's how it is. I really feel like the people who can afford it get it, and the people who can't afford it don't get it. Even my boss was like, Dev, your prices are kind of high. I said, of course they are. I said, I don't want to serve poor people because they come with the most problems. Oh man. And then, of course, that's something that a lot of the listing agents were doing. So he put a variance cap on what you can set the price for. And I'm like, man, that's making me reevaluate what I want to do with my life, because it's like, man, while it's great that I have this side hustle that I can do on my own time, just like DoorDash. I mean, a listing agent, you can do it on your own time, but it does have me reevaluating what I want to do. And I know for certain now that even though this is the best job opportunity I've ever been offered, I know without a doubt I still want to work for myself, because all of the different, because the cap is bullcrap. And the proof is in the pudding. People will literally buy the service, and once you schedule to try to get the service, to meet the owners, to get the service sold, they want to get it. A lot of these people who can't afford the service, who are buying low to start, are refunding, and then you're wasting all of your time that you spent looking for these locations to sell. It's bananas. It's crazy to me. The company I work for is the only company I've ever seen that doesn't charge a cancellation fee. But anyways, that's just me ranting about my job and life. But yeah, it does definitely has me reevaluating that I definitely want to work for myself full time, doing something else. I'm definitely, every job I've noticed, it has something that is pushing me out of that field. It's almost like I gravitate towards my own business. For years I studied like what jobs I would want to do, what type of life it would provide for me, what type of income it would provide to me. And it's like, man, I can't find one I'm 100% satisfied with. And the only one I can come up with is starting my own business and working for myself. Let's see what this next comment is. It's okay to be tired. Sometimes it's physical and sometimes it's emotional exhaustion. Whew. This mama is going through it, honey. I think it's both. I think it's both, because my son has behavioral issues. He is my firstborn. He's good in a lot of ways, but the few ways that he's not good makes up for all of his good ways. It's almost like when he throws a tantrum, it's almost like the energy ruins the whole day. If it's something he doesn't want to do, it just the energy ruins the whole day or the rest of the night or the rest of the day. That's how his energy carries. I wish his energy was not like that. Now my second born, his energy is like he's like a fireball. He's like a loose cannon. My second born, that cute 1 year old that you see, yeah, he's a loose cannon. Like at any moment, he'll do what he wants, and if you ask him not to do something, he'll debate in real time with you on if he's gonna listen or not. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. And when I get on to him, a lot of times he still does it anyways. It's awful. It's almost like I'm going through the terrible twos with both of them. Jesus, help me. Yeah, I'm physically going through it just because, I did just give birth. Back to back. Yeah, so that makes it, my recovery has been really good actually, but yeah, I mean, I have lost a lot of sleep. A lot of sleep from when the second born was born, a lot of sleep now. Still a lot of sleep with my firstborn because of his sleep issues, Yep, I'm done having children for a long time. I'm done. 3 strikes, I'm out. 3 strikes and I'm out, y'all. Oh, man. Yep, I'm definitely gravitating towards building my social media. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm gravitating towards starting my own business. And I do have kind of an idea on what I might want to do. I'm so great at finding locations. I could find my own location and start my own vending machine business. Not gonna lie. Honestly, I think that's one of the best businesses that you could start up on your own. Number 1, people are always going to be hungry. Number 2, I already know how to find locations. Number 3, I mean, truth be told, you're really not having to rely on anybody to support your business. I mean, as long as there's hungry people, you're in business. So that's definitely an avenue that I'm thinking about going down. And it's a low cost startup. And it's something I can scale. I'm just curious, have any of you guys ever had this mentality? Have you ever thought about that? Like, if you could have your own business, what would it be and why? That's what I would do, and that's why. So it's low startup cost. I'm not, as long as there's people who want to eat, I'm in business. And there's really not that much regulations for it. You know what I'm saying? There's not that many stipulations on it. Like, you know how there's some businesses you create and they create all these rules to try to deter you from starting it so that you can be a 9 to 5 employee. Yes, honey, that's one reason why I particularly want to start that business. Hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Hi, guys. Hi. It's so good to see familiar faces. Thank you for subscribing. Oh man, I'm just speaking the things that I want into existence. You want to hear something funny? God is reminding me, quit complaining about the things that you prayed for. Yeah, that boy over there that gave me a hard time today. I'm so stupid. Yeah, I'm so stupid. Yeah, I prayed for him. I prayed him into existence. Once I knew about him, I was so excited. And now he's giving me hell. Isn't that how it goes though? No, I'm not complaining about him, but I am getting how he was off of my mind. And boy, did he give me hell today. I've done everything right that I can think of to try to help the cause. I bought tear free shampoo so that when he doesn't want his hair washed and he throws a 10 out of 10 tantrum on doing his hair, maybe he won't. I thought maybe that would help. No. Going slow would help. No. He still does that, man. He still throws a 10 out of 10 tantrum sometimes. Sometimes. When it comes to washing his hair, he cannot stand washing his hair. Jesus. Do you think you could intervene? I know this is hilarious, but I asked Jesus, like, probably, I don't know, 10 minutes after he fell asleep. I said, Jesus, please let him have a dream. Let him have an encounter with you so strong that he quits having fits when it comes to washing his hair. So we'll see how it works, guys. Jesus can change everything. He could change that boy if he wanted to. He could stop that boy from throwing fits when he don't want to do stuff. Ooh-wee. He is knocked out. Boy, I'm about to put you down. I'm telling you, I'm about to put you down. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what the next day, what the next week, what the next month has to offer to me. I'm still thinking in my mind, like, I'm still so thankful. I'm still so grateful that I survived 2025. And reflecting on 2025 and this month is coming to a close, guys. Um, after the new year, I was actually in my mind like, how, okay, I survived 2025. God, how am I going to survive 2026, right? It was just 2025 was a year I'll never forget. It was one of the hardest years of my existence. You know, my life kind of, it, I wouldn't say it fell apart because it was God's plan, but it was a year to remember. I was definitely, it was one of those years where I was just surviving. Like a couple of years, not even a year or two after I bought my house back in 2018, it just started falling apart, and it eventually got to a point where I couldn't stay in it. And then I had to sell it. Then I had to go out on my own and figure out where I'm gonna live. And then I figured that out, and then we stayed there for almost a year. Then God called me right before I was thinking about selling my house. He told me to come to Florida, so I already knew where I was gonna go after I sold the house, after I found somewhere to stay. So I stayed there for a while, and I moved to Florida, and I've been here for a few months now. The apartment I got wasn't working out, so I'm here now. I'm just thankful and grateful for how far I've come. I've come a long way. I've came a long way in the physical world. I've came a long way in the spiritual world. I've came a long way in my relationship with God. I'm not gonna lie. I've been since the new baby's been born, just the algorithm of how I used to pray is different than how I do it now. I used to pray with the boys every single night, and it just seems like the algorithm is off since he's been here. It's like, I'm hoping God has mercy on me for that. I just so stressed with 3 of them that I quite literally don't have the time to even do it. There's a lot of days I don't even have time to work, and that makes life really hard. But I know God don't make mistakes. God don't make mistakes. He's here, and the algorithm is different, and I have not been able to do it every night. A lot of nights, a lot of days. Since he's been here, I haven't been able to do it. I do it myself sometimes. I was doing so well at it. I was doing it every day. Now, it's like my focus on prayer is definitely different. I wish I need to get back to doing it the way I was. I feel like I'm kind of failing at life while I'm also sustaining myself. Like, I'm sustaining myself, but on a spiritual level, I feel like I'm failing. Like, my days and my nights are so different now. It just seemed like I had a really good routine going down, and now I'm having to figure it all out again. It's crazy. I'm having a really hard time getting into a routine with these 3. I thank God will have mercy on me for that, though. When I have time to have a thought, I talk to God. How awful does that sound? I'm excited. I've come a long way in 2025 to where I'm at now, and I've come a long way from this month into the next month. I'm thankful and grateful I survived January. It was definitely a rough start to the new year. The first day of the new year was not going well already. Hey, lay down. I'm really proud of how far I've come, what I've survived. What the heck happened to your passy, sir? Like, I do not get it. Oh, bless you, child. "2025 was my survival year. 2026 will be my payout year." I've told myself that I would start well, actually, the Lord put it on my mind to start saving. Oh, I think now is we're living in times where it's so crucial. You need to start saving. That's not being talked about enough. God just told me about 2-3 weeks ago I needed to start saving. And it spared me. My obedience is what spared me. I don't know who needs to hear that, but if that resonates with you, you need to start saving. There's going to come a time when you're going to have a rainy day and you're going to need a little stash money for something. It could be diapers, could be formula, could be a bill, it could be moving money. You could have to up and move. You could need medicine money. You could need car repair money. Life has a funny way of humbling you. You might say to yourself, "Oh, life is going so well." And best believe that's exactly when something happens. Just when you get caught off guard, that's when something will happen. God bless you, and God forbid that happens, but you need to be prepared. Even the weatherman can't predict the weather accurately, and this winter storm is proof of it. Do you know this past Friday, yesterday, it was supposed to be like 50 some degrees. It ended up being like 66. The weatherman can't even predict what the weather is going to be. Couple some earlier this week, it was supposed to be way colder than what it was, and it was actually warmer than what it was supposed to be. So that's just proof in the pudding that if the weather is unpredictable, so can your finances be. Don't underestimate your finances and which way life can turn on you. Make sure that you start saving. God told me to start saving. If you're seeing this video, it's not a coincidence. If you're on this live, if you see this live, it's not a coincidence. We're living in times where you need to start saving. I promise you, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for a little savings. When God told me that I needed to start saving, I was like, okay, I was trying to figure out what exactly do I need to save out of whatever check I get. And it's like the first 10% automatically goes to God. That's not my money. That's that's just where it's automatically gonna go. And then I'm like, okay, well, what percentage am I gonna come up with for myself? It's like 2% was too low, 5% was too low, and I was like, you know what? I'll match that. I'll save 10%. So I would be taking out 20% on whatever I get paid. And it's like, something I had to think about, something I had to realize, something that had to humble me was this. It's like, whatever money I'm tithing to God, which is my 10%, if I were to save that, it actually wouldn't be that much money that I'm saving. So hence I'm having to give it. Technically, if I'm not saving that much, then I'm actually not giving that much. And that's how I had to start thinking about my 10% tithe to God. And then I had to start thinking, okay, God just told me I need to start saving some money for a rainy day. What am I going to save? And I was like, you know what? I'll do 10%. If it's not that much to save, then it's not that much to give. So if I'm taking out 20% on my check, and it's not going to make a major difference in my life, then what is it hurting me to take out the 20%? Exactly. My thoughts exactly. That's just crazy. I need to say that louder for the people in the back. If your 10% if it's not much saved, then it's not much going out. Especially when God is supplying all of your needs. I realized that before I started tithing, I was just surviving. I've had different blessings come my way since I started tithing. My partner has a ride home from work. That was the first blessing. The second blessing is, before I transitioned to where I'm at here, my partner was going to pay different bills in full. And he could have done partial payments. He tried to actually make a full payment. And if he would have made the full payment instead of a partial payment, we wouldn't even be where we're at right now. And it was God stopping those full payments from going through so that we could get here. And that's just because, truth be told, we really didn't have all that much. But there's a will, there's a way with God. I'm still not at a point where I'm doing so well that I'm just doing so well, but I'm also not at a point where I'm just surviving and trying to survive without God. Because that was a miracle. That was a miracle. Yet my savings and the rest of what he had was a miracle. That was, but it was also my obedience that played a part in that. If I wouldn't have been obedient and listened to God and put some money back like he told me to, who knows how the situation could have turned out. So I would encourage you, start saving. If you're not already doing it or living in times where you need to save, and just put it in your mind that if this money isn't much saved, then it's not much going out. Think about that when it comes to your tithe and saving. But that's what I did. 10% to God first, 10% to me, 20% out of every check. It'll make a major difference in your life. I'm telling you, it's already made a major difference in mine. I can't wait to see how many more miracles are performed throughout the year, and I know they're coming. I know they're waiting on me. Thinking this year I'm gonna start a business. I'm really, really excited about that. What's really nice about it is it's something I don't have to promote. But one thing I am gonna promote is my YouTube. If you want to subscribe, I will promote that. Please feel free if you're watching this video to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps my algorithm on YouTube. Oh man almighty. I'm living in a I'm living my 2026 year believing that at any moment God can change my circumstances and God can change my life, because I know he can. He told me to save some money, that performed a miracle. What didn't happen performed a miracle. Us not going to the other place, that was a miracle, because we wouldn't have been able to take all of our stuff. And it would have been too late if we would have paid over the phone for the deposit. So many blessings, so many miracles. And the physical world, what I saw with these eyes are different than what God saw with his spiritual eyes. He was able to see something I wasn't. That's why he didn't let certain things happen, and I'm grateful for that. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Whatever's for you will be for you, and whatever isn't, isn't. I'm grateful those things weren't for me. It would have actually harmed me instead of helping me. All the opposition that I've been up against, I've been grateful for. Because I know that God has had better for me than what I've had for myself, than what I've had planned for myself. Now, one thing I don't recommend is saying, pray for this and it'll happen. Absolutely not. I had to put there was some work that went in behind our transition. We didn't just pray a place would drop in our lap. You actually got to call, guys. You actually got to go to these places. You actually got to go check. You can't just expect something randomly good to happen and no effort behind it. But yeah. I used to think that's what miracles were, just random good things that happen. And it's like that's not necessarily true. They can be, but that's not necessarily true. I'll explain another miracle I had happen in 2025. I was trying to go somewhere so that I could get a W 2 so that I could do my income tax. And before I left, my tire popped and my partner was at work. That's when we had a car. I was standing outside I was looking at the car because the tire was completely flat. Now, granted, I had just had him, had a C-section. I know how to change a tire, but I'm not physically able and capable of doing so. The lady that was working on the inside, she said, "Yeah, your tire just popped like a few minutes ago." I just stood there. I was in shock and I was looking at the flat tire with, at the time, Austin and Aiden. And I was shocked. I didn't have any words. I just stood there and I was trying to brainstorm in my mind what I was going to do to get this tire fixed. Because I had a spare. And she just asked she asked the owner if she just told the owner about it, and he just came out and he was like, "Hey, I'll change your tire for you." So to me, in that very moment when I was stressed, I got blessed, and it was within less than, I would say, 2 minutes time, not even a minute. So I guess you could say that was a random miracle that he, out of the goodness of his heart, helped me. But it wasn't just a random miracle because something happened and then he offered to help. So it wasn't just something appeared within thin air. But yeah, that used to be my ignorant thinking on miracles, all miracles. Just something will appear within thin air. Like pixie dust. Like random pixie dust is gonna start falling. Absolutely not. Oh, man. Oh man. Let's see, what time is it? It's 2:02 in the morning. Oh my goodness. I'm probably like the only one on YouTube up, only other than the one person watching me. I wish YouTube would show me who's like watching. It'd be really neat if they changed that. Oh man, I don't got too much going on. Just storytelling, just talking, just shooting the breeze. I'm so glad I feel relaxed right now. Oh my God, that boy stressed me out so bad. Probably explains why I have a gray hair. I can't believe I straightened my hair and I found one gray hair. Like, yeah, that's how much they're stressing me out. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. They're stressing me. They're stressing me out. Oh, jeez. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day. Oh, man. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm feeling a little hungry right now. But I don't feel like cooking a thing. I feel like if I go in that bathroom, they're all gonna wake up. I don't know what it is. I don't even have anxiety, but like my mind is honestly stopping me from going in there and making something. Like, I feel like they're all gonna wake up as soon as I go in there. I'm just trying to debate, is sacrificing some food worth them getting up, or is not getting something better than them getting up? Which one do I sacrifice? Oh, geez, this is the parent life, right? The mom life, parent life. Goodness gracious. Yeah, dear birth control people, if you're seeing this video, you can edit that part. That'll really help your infomercial. Like that's a really good line to use for our birth control. If you don't want to have to make the debate, pick us. Yeah, they should definitely sponsor me. I've got like some funny moments, some funny videos, some hard times in real life that you guys can get edit out and put on your commercial. Dear parents, what do you want to sacrifice? Eating and going to the bathroom? Or not eating and not going to the bathroom? And not having your kids wake up? The choice is yours. Don't forget to take this. Oh, jeez. I wish they would do some type of commercial, something like that. It would definitely promote the sales, not gonna lie. That's so funny. I'm over here promoting the sales for birth control and I'm not even sponsored. Who's sponsoring you? Nobody. Nobody. Goodness gracious, I've been on for 2 more minutes. It'll make an hour. A whole hour. Not even gonna lie, I've thought about doing YouTube for like 24 hours. I'm like, man, I just wonder how many views the video would get on on a 24-hour live. I'm curious. I've Googled it, but it's like, man, I kind of want to go through the fire just to see myself. But, of course I can't do that with these kids. They'll scare everybody off. That'd be another catchphrase for the birth control commercial. If you want to do a live and you don't want to scare anybody off, just take this right here. Oh hell! I need to stop. Oh, man, it's so nice to be able to look at myself and I don't look like a chipmunk. So glad the bloating and inflammation is just going down. Boy, what a difference eating better is making in my appearance. Maybe in the next year or two, I'll look like a different person. Let me think, what did I eat today? To start, I had some cabbage with some coconut aminos. I just put some olive oil in the pan, diced up that cabbage real good, fried it in there. Once that cooked down and it was semi-soft, semi-crunchy, I took that out, dribbled some of that coconut aminos on there, mixed it up and ate it, and ooh la la, it was good. After that, I had a banana with a serving of peanut butter. I think that's my favorite fruit. I'm not even a big fan of fruit, but I think that's my favorite because I love eating it with peanut butter. Trying to think after that, I had some lentil rice and some beans. I think I had another banana with peanut butter. And then what the heck else did I have? I'm trying to remember. Dang, what else did I have? I had one other thing, I think. Dang, I can't remember. Oh, I had a cucumber salad. That's what it was. Yeah. That's so good, man. I wish I would have known, like, my whole life ago how good salads can be without heavy dressing. Like, they're bomb. I thought it was going to be so nasty, so bland. Like, no, but it's really good. I just dice my cucumbers up really good. I don't even peel them. Like, my mom and granny, they always claim they never liked it because it was just too bitter. I don't taste no bitterness. I just wash the cucumber off, cut it up. I don't even peel it. And then I just put some avocado oil in there. I put some salt, some paprika, some cayenne pepper. Then I put some caramelized onion seasoning on there. And wow, it is great. Just mix that up just like that, and I'm telling you, it's a 10 out of 10. I wish I would have known a long time ago how good eating salads are without ranch and heavy dressing. But yep, I'm sticking to eating healthy, guys, because it's doing something good for me. I don't look crazy like I did a month ago. My goodness, I look crazy. I look like a moo cow. Oompa loompa. I looked like a big bag, big bag. But it's okay. I look like a nice snack, nice snack. Oh man. I should be getting sleep while they're sleeping, and instead I'm up doing this live. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I guess I'm gonna finally call it a night. I'm gonna enjoy the serenity and peace and quiet. Alright, have a good one. Peace.